Good day, class. Welcome to another lecture in economics. I hope everyone is doing great and safe. Today, I will briefly discuss the common pitfalls in economic analysis. As I mentioned last time, economics is one complex field of study. The reason why analysis in economics is prone to many logical pitfalls. There are actually several known pitfalls in economics, but today, I will only focus on the most common mistakes that people make when trying to analyze economic phenomena. Now, these are the common pitfalls that we need to avoid in making economic reasoning or economic analysis. The Posthoc Fallacy, the fallacy of composition, and the violation of the Citaris Paribus. Now, these pitfalls, if not avoided, may lead to erroneous conclusions, and worst, may be used to formulate bad policy in addressing or solving an economic problem. Now, the first pitfall that people commonly make is the post hoc fallacy. This is also known as false cause fallacy. Now, this fallacy occurs when an argument is made using illogical reasoning. It draws the conclusion that one event is directly caused by another event without the evidence that proves it. Or in simpler words, when event A occurs before event B, therefore event A is the cause of event B. Now, one good example is this statement. Every time I wash my car, it rains. In this statement, event A is washing car, while event B is it rained. Now, therefore, washing the car is the cause of rain. Well, which in reality, this is not true. Washing a car doesn't have any direct relation why it rained today. It might just be a coincidence that happened maybe once or twice before. Now, another example is people get fatter after they eat fast food. Therefore, eating fast food causes people to get fatter. Well, this is partially true since eating unhealthy fast food may contribute why a person gets fat. But looking into it further, there are many factors why we gain weight. Example is an existing health problems. So that's the post hoc fallacy. Now, another pitfall is the fallacy of composition. This fallacy infers that something is true of the whole from the fact that it is true of some part of the whole. Or let's say, if A is part of B and A has property X, therefore B has property X. Again, this argues that because something is true of parts of the group, it is true of the group as a whole. Well, however, it is not necessarily so. Analyzing economic issues or economic phenomena using this manner may result to an incorrect decision or conclusion, especially that most scenario in macroeconomic perspective doesn't necessarily applicable in microeconomic level. Now, consider this simple argument. Hydrogen is not wet. Oxygen is not wet. Therefore, the water or H2O is not wet. Well, we can all agree that this is not true since we can physically confirm that water is indeed wet. That is the fallacy of composition. And finally, one of the most common mistakes that people make in economic reasoning is violating the assumption of Citaris Paribus. Now, Citaris Paribus is a popular term used in economics. It is a Latin word that translates all else held constant or all other things held constant. This term conveys the assumption that only one of the many factors is being examined. Now, the use of Citaris Paribus in economic analysis helps isolate multiple independent variables affecting the dependent variables, especially in the real-world application where there are several factors that may affect an economic issue or certain phenomena. Now, with the use of this assumption, it is simpler to describe or understand causal relationship between two variables. For example, the law of demand, where there is a negative relationship between price and quantity demanded, and that is Citaris Paribus. Now, Citaris Paribus is emphasized in the law of demand since there are other factors that may affect the price, aside from the quantity demanded. If we neglect this assumption, we cannot simplify our analysis, especially in the real-world application. Here's an example of violating the assumption of Citaris Paribus. Now, let's say the price of pork may rise if more people will demand it. This may be true, but again, there are other factors that may affect the price of pork, like increase in production cost, supply problem caused by an African swine flu, and many more. Again, neglecting this assumption may lead to a faulty decision or conclusion. That's why Citaris Paribus needs to be considered in an economic analysis. Now, those are, again, the most common pitfalls that you need to watch out when doing economic analysis or economic reasoning. For questions or suggestions, you can comment down below or message me directly. Thank you for watching another lecture in economics, and see you again next time. Stay safe.